Minecraft's world generation is iconic, but it's boring. The skies are bare, the caves are just boring, and the end. I've seen more excitement in a dictionary, but today we're combining the sky biomes, cave biomes, and eternal end add-ons to see if we can turn boring into beautiful, or if we can just break Minecraft Bedrock completely. All three add-ons combine to be 33 megabytes in size and a total of 3,150 mine tokens. Let's find out if it's worth it. Alright then, so we're loading into a new creative world with the Sky Biomes add-on, the Cave Biomes add-on, and the Eternal End add-on. And we're going to be looking to see if we can make the world feel a bit more vibrant, a bit more alive, a little bit more wacky and out there than your normal standard Minecraft Bedrock generation. So please do consider leaving a like on the video, drop a comment down below as well. Let me know, what do you think of this combination? Can you think of any add-ons or even a texture pack that could be subbed in or added in to help make this better? And if you're new to the channel as well, please do hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate the support here on the Dazman Reacts channel. Not everybody is subscribed, so please do consider it. So when you load into a new world with this combination, you are given 5 books and settings wheels, 2 of which you don't really need to do anything with unless you're trying to learn more about the pack. So the Eternal End info book and the guidebook for the Cave Biomes add-on you can read at your leisure. You are given a spawn tutorial book from the Sky Biomes add-on, you are given the Eternal End settings, and you're given the Cave Biomes settings. So you want to read the spawn book first of all, because on page 2 you're told about the Sky Biome settings cogwheel. You are not given this when you first load in. You have to craft it with 6 sticks in a very weird pattern, and you will get given this. So the Sky Biome settings, you can continue reading the book afterwards, by the way, but I'm not going to. The Sky Biome settings, you have to physically turn on enable structure generation. This is to protect your spawn rates if you're using it in a world that has already generated. So just bear that in mind. Don't fly around for 20 minutes looking for a structure and then realize that you've not turned it on. I don't know who would do that. So make sure you turn it on, and for the sake of this video, no, I'm going to keep it on structure generation rate 10 as standard. You can also choose which ones you want to turn on in regards to the bosses, so I'm going to keep those on. Actually, yeah, no, we are. I'm going to keep the bosses on, and I'm going to keep the biomes. You can either turn on or off specific biomes, and you can turn on or off specific bosses if you don't want the bosses at all, but you do want the biomes, which is very good. So do remember to come in here and turn this on, otherwise you'll look alright, Wally. Next up, I've got the Eternal End settings. The only thing I've done here is turn on Tree Capitator and turn on the clear leaves, but you can adjust the fog if you've got lag. You can adjust the spawning quantity of mobs. You can adjust certain settings here as well to make it a bit easier. And then you've got the Cave Biome settings. Now on this one, I've turned off Orelin VFX. When I revealed the add-on for Cave Biomes, it was unusable. It wasn't broken, but the VFX turned my PS5 Pro into a toaster, and it just would not run at all at more than 1 frame an hour. I wish I was exaggerating. So I've turned off the Orelin VFX in hopes that that might help when we find cave biomes, but we may need to turn off block particles and cave fogs as well. So those are the settings that I have. Those are the 6 books and wheels. So let's start by flying around and seeing if we can get some sky biomes to spawn in and just see what kind of an effect it has on the world. The Sky Biomes islands themselves, if I remember rightly, they do pop in as you're moving around. So there can be like a jolt of lag as you're moving. Oh, that was actually quite smooth. I didn't even feel that. But there is an island up here. And if we go up here, we'll see what spawns on top, if anything. So we're just going to have a bit more life added to the world. This is quite a standard bare little island, but when you're on here, you've got special blocks that are added, custom trees that are added, and they seem to pop up as we go. and you can just look down upon your kingdom as much you like. And there's a massive mob spawning area there too. So if we get down here and just have a look at how that looks, it's quite ominous up there in the sky. Now what we want to do is try and spawn in a few of these. There's another one, you see? I noticed that because of the shadow that popped in. Arachnophobia warning, because there are going to be shadows, there will be hostile mobs spawning. Some of them will be spiders, and some of them spawn with some waterfalls here just to make them a bit easier to go and see. These are like clouds because of the way it's raining, and they're quite close together as well, so they can be quite strongly generating in your world. This one with an ocean here as well, not an ocean but like a pond even. But yeah, they've actually, I think, managed to fix it to the point that it doesn't cause a ton of lag when they spawn in. But it just makes that world feel a little bit more alive, a little bit more wild, a little bit more unique. Obviously, Minecraft's generations are more, what's the word? They spawn at random as they go through. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. But this just adds that extra element here to spawn them in. And it makes the world even more 3D than usual. Obviously, we usually have straight down underground, but now we've got in the sky to play around with too, with the custom trees. Can we get a few more spawning in? Just want to have a look. And with them being randomly generated in, it does kind of add that air of uncertainty and that kind of air of mystery to the world. Because look, you see, that wasn't there before. You'd just be walking around and one will spawn in above you and you'll have something to experience, something to explore. Now, I do believe there was cutscenes at some point. I don't know if they've continued to have them. Here we go. So the boss waking up, falling from wherever that bell was hanging from. We get brought into a cutscene when we enter into this church area. We come up the top. We've got little bits of loot in here, some food, some non-food. We've got him. Sounds as well. Coming through here, we've got candles, a lectern. It's a simple structure, not the end of the world, nothing too crazy, and we've got this big boss guy here to be worrying about as well. So, can I push him off the edge? No, apparently not. Can I push you off? You can't even move him, to be fair. I like that little ding ding noise, that's cool. But yeah, so there's the islands that will spawn in the sky. Some will have bosses. Maybe we can run around at the bottom. I want to go over to like an open area and just see what happens when we run on the ground to spawn some in. Then we'll know that we've got sky biomes and cave biomes working at the same time. So let's get over here. Just going to run through. Just see if we get any crazy lags. Any lag spikes. Any uncomfortableness of anything spawning in. There's an island up there spawned in. Again, I noticed because of the shadow. So they do just spawn in effortlessly while you are running around on the ground. Now, obviously, if you are playing on an older device, there may be more lag apparent than what I'm having at the moment with just sky biomes, but we'll see. Let's head underground and let's see if we can find any cave biomes as well. So we're going to go into spectator mode. And if we fly around in spectator mode underground, I do believe there's a cave biome here. So in theory, yeah, there we go. And then it pops into space. All right, so there is some lag. Whoa, okay. Oh, we're getting quite a lot of lag here. Quite a lot of lag here as the world is trying to generate. That's going to be mad loud as well, isn't it? Okay, let me just in case, let me just turn that down hefty-wise. So we have the stalagmites spawning around. There is lag as we pop through, and that's going to be because of the fog particles and stuff. So what I'll do is we'll head here, VFX settings, block particles and cave fog. We'll turn that off and see if that does anything. It is a shame that to use this add-on, we have to use it with half of it, well, all of its settings turned off, to be honest with you. It's not something I'm fond of. We've got all of this stuff in here as well. But so we get special biomes spawning underground, we get special biomes spawning above ground, making the world feel a little bit more alive, a little bit more worth exploring. This is an annoying effect though that you get in this biome in specific for this stalagmites or stalactites dropping on our heads, making it a challenging course. But as you can see, the biomes are here. We're going to go back into spectator mode to see if we can see how big of a biome this actually generated into. And yeah, once you turn off the settings, it is a lot more manageable, and that's quite a big biome actually. I mean, you've got this side here, it pops off into that area over there, pops off into that area over there, and then over to there too. So quite a big biome underground. Another one here as well, or another part of it there too. Dangerous to explore with the stalagmites. And then I believe there should be another biome. There's another icy biome bit here. There should be a red one somewhere as well. So now I found this side here as well with the purple trees. So this is the other one. And the biomes, I will admit, the biomes look very boring when you get rid of some of the VFX. The lag as it starts to spawn in. Like the light effects that you can get, if you can get them to run, are absolutely stunning. The pulsing light effects that you get. But unfortunately, I can't. So let me know if you've been able to make that work. But again, just making it feel a bit more alive, a bit more vibrant underground. You're not just running into the same old boring caves as they spawn in. You just got to put up with a little bit of a lag spike each time to let them pop in. A tiny lag spike for structuring is fine in my opinion. Obviously everybody's different, but it's fine in my opinion. It's when it's constant that it becomes unplayable. And so that is the issue. But those are the two biomes for underground as well. And then obviously the last spot, the end. One of the most needed updates needed in Minecraft, in my opinion, is for the end. And so, as we've got a little island spawning there and above us as well. So even that's working quite well. Let's go into the end. And let's see what the eternal end is going to do to make the world feel a lot more vibrant. The Nether is a very strong dimension, in my opinion, because it's got quite a lot of love. It's got biomes in. And then you come into the eternal end and you get this loveliness. The lovely void, the lights, the particles, the grass. Even if we just disappear, we'll leave Endy alive. See you later, buddy. Have fun. If we head off into this direction, we can just travel out, I think, what, 1,000 blocks or something, and we can see. And so this combination, like I said, it doesn't essentially change the overworld too much. Now, obviously, the longer you play in the world, the more structures you spawn in, below ground and above ground. So very quickly does start to become more apparent. But I think for that exploration, it just adds a new element, because you don't know what's going to pop in. You don't know what you need to explore. And just adds that extra bit of world to pop in. And then when you finally make it to the end, instead of just looking for a few boring end cities, you've actually got lighting effects, you've got particles, you've got biomes like the Gilded Ridge biome, which is an absolutely amazing biome. And once you enter here, once you enter the end and have the eternal end online, it's like a whole new game mode, because now you've got to try and work out where Ametrine is, where Enderite is. Absolutely amazing new style. And it follows in with those sky biomes that are already brought in from the eternal end. And that's before you even look at all of the different gameplay elements, all of the different mob elements. Just from a world generating focus, there's just so much more to do, and the world just expands upwards, in my opinion. Let me know though, do you use any of these? Do you use the cave biomes, the sky biomes, or the eternal end? Do you have any good combinations of world generation, texture, and add-ons? Let me know down in the comments. We'll see what we can feature on the channel. I like this as a combination for a survival world. If I played more survival worlds, I'd be trying to make my worlds as busy as possible, just to give Minecraft generation a little bit of a helping hand. Please do leave a like, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!